Most amazing, ancient temple architecture, around the world, Part 3. This is Part 3 of our temple series. Earlier this week, we posted Part 2 of the most amazing ancient temple architecture around the world. If you haven't watched it yet, do watch it. Now, let's move on to Part 3. But before we move forward, if you are watching this channel for the first time, then subscribe to the channel for more such factual videos. Also, hit the bell icon so that you get a notification whenever we upload a new video. 1. Tanjore Temple, Tamil Nadu, India. The Brihadiswara temple was built by Rajaraja Chola I and was designed by Kunjara Mallan Raja Raja Paranthakan. The base of the temple contains photographs of dancing Shiva and stone deities. A giant stone bowl can be found at the entrance. It weighs 20 tons and is 2 meters high and 6 meters long. The bowl is made up of a single stone and is the second largest statue in the world. The Shivlinga in the temple was more than 3.7 meters high, and the dynasties that ruled after Cholas added pictures of several deities. Entrance. The height of the platform on which the temple was built is 5 meters. The outer walls of the temple have been built with forts having deep moats surrounding them. The temple has at least 2 entrances. Gopuram. The first is the 5-story Gopuram, and the second is the freestanding Gopuram to which people reach through a quadrangle. Vimanam, or the Shikara of the temple, is 60.96 meters high. Mandapas. The statue of Nandi Bull is located in the center of the temple. There are 2 halls in the temple that are called mandapas. The assembly hall is pillared, while one of the halls is not. There are many more shrines besides these. Pradakshina and Garbhagriha. Pradakshina is made for circumambulation by the inner and outer walls. This Pradakshina is based on the Garbhagriha, which is built on a platform and is square. The image of the god is located centrally in the temple's garb. Rajaraja Chola I used to send gifts from the palace. Deities of the temple. Lord Shiva is the primary deity worshipped here. His image is located in the inner sanctum. There is also a Shiva Linga inside. Only priests can enter the Karavari chamber, which is called the womb chamber. Other deities include Dakshinamurthy, Surya, and Chandra. Some more deities include Ashtadikpalakas, Agni, Yam, Nirdi, Varuna, Vayu, Kuber, and Isana. The statues of all these deities are 6 feet high. 2. Hampi Virupaksh Temple, Karnataka, India. There is a shrine, a hall with a number of pillars, and 3 antechambers in the temple. There are courtyards, a pillared monastery, a few small shrines, and entranceways around the temple. The eastern gateway is the best among all the gateways. It's 50 meters long and is 9-tiered. The structure is well built and has previous structures. The gravel base that goes to the court outside is part of the brick framework. There are a number of subsanctums in this court. The inner eastern Gopuram has 3 stories while the northern Gopuram has 5. The tourists are taken to a little enclosure with supplementary sanctums by the Kanakagiri Gopuram towards the north. Krishnadevaraja was a great king of the Vijayanagara Empire. The most decorated building of this temple is believed to be an addition by Buddha. There is a stone slab next to the hall with inscriptions explaining his offerings for the temple. There are lots of dilapidated mandapams around the temple. You can find a lot of ancient shopping centers on the way to the temple, and a lot of mandapams. The ruins of what used to be there are still there. Now that you have come halfway to this video, hit the like button if you have liked it so far, also subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon, so you don't miss out on any videos. 3. Jain Temple of Ranakpur, Rajasthan, India. The Ranakpur Jain Temple was built by a Jain businessman named Dharana Shah, somewhere in the 15th century. The temple and town of Ranakpur are named after the provincial ruler monarch, Rana Kumbha, who patronaged both. The biggest and most significant temple in the Jain culture is this one. The design of the temple is Chaumukha, with 4 faces. The four fundamental directions were conquered by the Tirthankara through the temple's progression and quadrupled images. The ancient Mirpur Jain temple at Mirpur in Rajasthan is said to be the inspiration for the sculpture, architecture, and stone carvings of the temple. There are 4 statues of Bhagwan Adinath in the main hall. They represent the 4 different stages of salvation. Each statue is 72 inches tall and is facing 4 different directions. Ranakpur has 29 halls and some 84 big and small, domed shrines. The audio guide said that the temple stands on 1444 marble pillars, carved in exquisite detail, but it seems impossible to count all the pillars. Craftsmen and the head architect Depika have made all the pillars so different. There's nothing alike about them, and there are no 2 components that are the same. All of the pieces were exquisitely carved with beautiful images of gods and goddesses. All are very rare. They are exquisite to behold. It is a mesmerizing and magical creature of the creative people who have brought it to life for over 600 years. All the statues face one or the other as if communicating with each other. None of the figures' faces are blank here. There's a sacred tree in the temple complex. It's called the Ryan tree, and it's been over several centuries. The footprint idol of Lord Adinath can be found under the tree. The ancient tree is said to have been where the first sermon was given by Sri Adinath. There is an exotic, incomplete pillar in the temple. It is said that Rana Kumbha wanted the pillar to be the tallest pillar in the temple, but whenever the construction of this pillar was started, it would collapse. Even after several failures, Rana Kumbha did not stop. One day, Rana Kumbha saw a dream wherein goddess Ambika appeared and told him to drop his ego and pride, which were apparently obstructing his spiritual growth. Since then Maharna realized his mistake and left the pillar half-constructed as a reminder of how insignificant a person is in front of the Almighty. The 84 domed shrines are composed of 76 smaller domed shrines, 4 assembly halls, and 4 principal shrines, which stand embellishing the temple, soliciting and inspiring men to get rid of greed and free themselves from the 84 locks of birth and death for the ultimate eternal salvation. 4. Konark Sun Temple, Odisha, India. The Sun Temple of Konark was built in the 13th century by King Narasimhadeva I of the Eastern Ganga dynasty, in then Orissa. It was dedicated to Surya, the solar deity. This temple in Odisha is an impressive example of the traditional Odisha style of architecture or Kalinga architecture. It's a massive chariot drawn by 12 intricately carved stone wheels, each pair connected to a stone horse that pulls the cart. The temple is built at a slight angle towards the east, so the first rays of the rising sun will illuminate its main entrance. The front door has 2 large lions at the entrance that look very fierce and are very ornate. This scene shows a lion trampling an elephant and a man beneath it. There are 26 acres of land surrounding the temple complex. 3 kinds of stones were used in its construction, namely chlorite, laterite, and condylite rocks. The original temple consists of the main sanctuary, called the Bodhidul or Rekadul, which is surrounded by other smaller buildings. Behind the main sanctuary, there was a second, smaller sanctuary called the Badradul, or the Assembly Hall of the People. It is believed that the main sanctuary had a height of more than 200 feet, but not much remains of that structure. What's truly survived is the smaller space, which is a wonderful structure in itself. It is adorned with stone carvings all over and has a height of around 100 feet. This temple is known for its intricate art, themes, and iconography, which include erotic depictions as well, much like the Khajuraho temple in Madhya Pradesh. Apart from this smaller structure, some other buildings and sanctums have also survived. These include the Nada Mandir, the Dancing Hall, the 9-Planet Temple, and the kitchen. 5. Leshan Giant Buddha, Sichuansheng, China. The largest Buddha statue in the world, Leshan Giant Buddha, is located to the east of Leshan city and sits at the junction of 3 rivers. The appeal of the Buddha statue lies not only in its size, but also in its architectural craftsmanship. The entire statue is made of stone, except for the ears, which were made from wood and covered with clay. The Buddha's hair is arranged in special spirals with 1021 twists that are skillfully embedded in the head. The statue stands 10 stories tall, and if it were standing straight up, it would be almost eye level with the Statue of Liberty. The Leshan giant Buddha is said to be so large that 100 monks could sit on one foot. The statue stands a staggering 71 meters high, 233 feet. It's perfectly balanced and creates a graceful, relaxed image. Its head is 15 meters, 50 feet, tall, its shoulders are 28 meters, 92 feet, wide, and its smallest toe can accommodate a person sitting. Each eyebrow is 18 feet in length, while its nose is 20 feet. 2 people can be held inside a pair of ears that are 23 feet high. Several drainage passages hidden inside the Buddha's hair, collar, chest, and back of the ears prevented the statue from being seriously eroded and weathering over the millennia. The drainage system of the Leshan giant Buddha is a complex system made up of hidden gutters and channels, which keeps the inner parts dry. This is why the great Buddha has survived as a sacred relic until today. When it was originally completed, the statue looks quite different today. And that's it for the day. Which one of these amazed you the most? Tell us in the comments. Stay tuned with facts, folks, and fun for more such content. Also, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon so you don't miss out on any videos. Do share the video with your friends.